Hello, nieces and nephews. It's Auntie Hasina. Tonight we're going to read I Love My Haircut by Anastasia Tarpley and illustrated by E.B. Lewis. Every morning, Daddy wakes me up with our secret knock. I excitedly jump out of bed. I can hardly wait. I'm going to get my first haircut at the barbershop today. Daddy and I head outside. We stop at Jack's sweet shop. Daddy orders a glazed donut and a chocolate milk for me. Daddy tells Mr. J I'm getting my first haircut. This calls for a celebration. I'll make your milk a double. Mr. J pours chocolate milk into a tall cup. Be brave, little man, he says as he hands it to me. We eat as we walk. Up ahead, I see Seymour's barbershop. Next to the door is a short white barber's pole. And there's Mr. Seymour in the window, dusting off his big shiny chair. Mr. Seymour has been Daddy's barber since Daddy was a kid like me. Now he'll be my barber too. Do you guys remember your first haircut? Oh boy, I remember Gianni's. Inside, the shop is crowded. First haircut? One of the men asked me. I nod yes. Nothing to it, he says. Just gotta be brave. All these people are telling me to be brave, but I don't know exactly what they mean. What does brave mean, Daddy? I ask. It just means that you're not afraid, Daddy says. When we sit down, I practice being brave. As Daddy and I wait our turn, I look around the barbershop. One man has long, thick dreadlocks. Boy, I remember when I had my locks all the way down past my butt. But I cut it, so now it's right in the middle of my back, guys. Most of you have saw. When this guy leans back in his chair, his locks almost touch the floor. The next man is getting his hair cut, low all around. The clippers make smooth waves that ripple through his hair. In the last chair, there's a kid, a little older than me, getting his big, curly fro trimmed. But one of the styles I see look like me. Mr. Seymour points towards Daddy and me and calls my name. Me? You go first, Miles, Daddy says. Be brave, little man. I can hear my heartbeat in my ears and my knees feel wobbly. Mr. Seymour helps me up. The chair is so high. Then he drapes a big, wide cape over me. What style would you like for your first haircut, little man? Mr. Seymour asks. I shrugged my shoulders. I don't know. Mr. Seymour shows me a poster hanging on the wall with pictures of all kinds of different styles, but I still don't see any that look like me. I take one more look around the shop. When I see Daddy, I know which style I want. Cut low on the top and shaved clean all around like this. Mr. Seymour takes out his pick. He picks my hair until it is fluffy and stands up high. Then, with scissors, he begins to cut my hair, just like Mama used to do at home. But when he turns the clippers on, my heart begins to beat fast. Will the clippers hurt? What if Mr. Seymour accidentally cuts off my ear? A loud buzzing noise is coming closer. I get so scared, I duck down as low as I can in the chair and throw my cape over my head. I peek over when Mr. Seymour turns the clippers off. Daddy is beside me. I tried to be brave, but I didn't know how, I say with tears in my eyes. You know, I was scared when I got my first haircut, Daddy says, and wipes my tears away. But I'll tell you a trick. Pretend you're a giant, so tall your head touches the sky. The buzzing of the clippers is just airplanes zooming by. Try it. I promise you won't be frightened anymore. So I close my eyes. I remember watching Daddy get his hair cut. The way he sits up tall. I think about how brave Daddy is, and I get brave too. When Mr. Seymour turns the clippers back on, I imagine that I have Daddy's long legs and wide shoulders. I sit up straight like Daddy, and when Mr. Seymour is through, there is a brand new me staring back from the mirror. Daddy takes his seat in Mr. Seymour's chair, and when Mr. Seymour asks him what he wants his hair, Daddy says he wants a haircut just like mine. Daddy wants to look like me. The end. That was a great book. I know that most of my nephews have gotten at least one haircut, but maybe one. Chad, we're waiting on you. It's your turn to get in that chair at the barber shop. Have a great night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. See you tomorrow.